Hi, everyone. I am stopping by because I want to talk today about the lie and how powerful the lie is. We are surrounded by lies, and many of the lies are relatively harmless, but many of them are not harmless, they're harmful. And today I just want to talk about the lie and why it's so powerful and why you need to have common sense. When I started this program many years ago, over 30 years ago is when I started it, the name of the program was actually Common Sense, because common sense is the most basic form of intuition. You know how I've always talked about intuition and why you need intuition. Because intuition is a gift from God. Animals have instincts. I've said this many times, but I have to keep repeating it because some of you haven't heard it, or you've heard it and somehow it went by, you missed it. This is critically important. Animals have instinct. Humans have intuition. A rabbit knows how to jump through the meadow and eat and do all the things rabbits do, and robins know how to build a nest and so on. They know how to do it instinctively. Humans don't have instinct. We have something much better. We have intuition. Intuition is what you wordlessly know, what you wordlessly realize, what you wordlessly see. Sometimes somebody's talking to you and you just see that, you just know they're lying. You don't know how you know, but you just know. Other times something is not good, and it doesn't sit right with you, and so you shy away from it. That's intuition. Other times you have a sense of doing something, and even though everybody says, "Oh no, it's no good, it's not practical," blah blah blah, but you have a sense that that's for you, and you go that way. And it leads to all the good things. A lot of you don't know that Albert Einstein, he was a great intuitionist. Albert Einstein talked about intuition, how important it was. Any scientist worth his or her salt follows intuition. Christopher Columbus followed his intuition. Albert Einstein did. Thomas Edison did. Even Moses. Moses grew up in the Pharaoh's household. He could have been the next Pharaoh. He was a prince. But he gave it all up to go be with his people, and he went out into the desert, and he was a sheep herder for 40 years. Why did he do that? He sensed he followed a deep knowing, and that's where you have to be, and it will lead you to where you're supposed to be, doing what you're supposed to be doing with the people you're supposed to be with, and happy and productive and successful and independent and living your own true life and getting God's approval for that. In the Bible, it talks about faith. In the New Testament, it talks about faith. Jesus talked about faith. And you know the famous Hall of Fame of Faith in, is it Hebrews chapter 11? I don't remember. But it just went down a laundry list of all the people who followed their faith, who had faith. By faith, it said Moses did this, and by faith Abraham did that, and by faith Noah did this, and by faith, you see? Well, what is faith? You know what it is? It's following your intuition, following your common sense. It's from God. Yeah, it's common sense. It's intuition, and through it comes all the good. So intuition is so important. Now, I said how it leads you to all the good things. It also leads you to safety. Just before World War II, some people could see what was going on in Germany. They saw the handwriting on the wall. They knew it was not going to be good. And many of the Jewish people escaped. They got on the ship. They came to America, like Albert Einstein, for example. He saw what was coming. He somehow sensed the Holocaust was coming. You understand? So, intuition is the most basic form of inspiration. So today there are many issues about which it makes a big difference whether you go ahead and do what they are, what is said is good, or you don't. It makes a big difference to you, your health, your family, your life, your survival. So I want you to know that lies are everywhere today. Powerful lies. Now, why is the lie so powerful? Because if you believe a lie, if you follow a lie, if you go along with a lie, you're not sure, you doubt yourself. See? Faith, not doubt. Christ said, don't doubt. Have faith. Okay? So faith is not doubting. But if you doubt yourself, well, I don't know. They said I'm supposed to get it, so I guess I better go and get it. See? Or I don't know. This person says it's good, or this expert says it's good, or this person with a white coat on says it's good, or this person with behind the pulpit says it's good, and it's safe, and it's effective, and it's safe, and you just go along mindlessly, foolishly, without knowing. So you have to trust your intuition. And by following your intuition, you are skeptical. Well, you say, I don't know. Which state? You know, every state has a motto. Is it Missouri? It's the show me state. See? But you follow your intuition, and you are not sure about something, or it doesn't sit right with you. Say, I don't know. Everybody else saying, yeah, you got to do it. You got to do it. I don't know. But you stay with that. You stick with it, and you wait, and you watch. And then your intuition also leads you. See, it leads me to the right information, to the right thing to do. It leads me to the person who can really help me instead of hurt me. Do you understand? So it's just so important. So I didn't talk about why is the lie so powerful? Because if you follow a lie, if you believe a lie, if you go along with a lie, then it separates you from faith. You understand that faith, your common sense, everybody else is just do this experimental thing. Oh, it's good for you, and this person says you should do it. I don't know. Well, that I don't know. You know what that is? That's your intuition. Somehow, your sense. I don't know. That's your intuition. So then you're safe. You don't take the step, see, that leads to tragedy and all kinds of awful things happening. But then your intuition then also, so how did see, sometimes God will send somebody a dream. He will. He sent Joseph a dream, remember? In his dream, Joseph knew that he had to escape and leave and go to Egypt because they were going to kill all the little children, all the newborn babes. Herod, what was his name? The bad guy, Herod. So it was a dream, but often it's not a dream. You just know. How many times have people told a story where they were sitting at a red light and the light turned green, but for some reason they hesitated a moment, or they looked at the dial on their radio or something. They hesitated for a moment, And then a car went flying through the red light. If they had immediately gone on the green light, they would have been killed. But that little hesitation, see? So there's that. But mostly it's common sense. That I want you to so today the lie is powerful because it separates you from your common sense. Do you understand that anything that separates you from common sense is not good for you? So I could give you a lot of examples. I could go down a laundry list of the powerful lies today that are misleading millions of people. But I won't. I want you to use your common sense. What does your common sense tell you about some things? Good idea or maybe not? Maybe not. So, when my son was when he was like 2 years old, I already sensed that I would need to homeschool him. I don't know how I knew, I just knew. And I did. Homeschool. Everybody was saying, oh no, school. I had to argue with everybody, including my wife. Everybody was against it. No. Turned out to be great. He had a lot of fun. We did a lot of things. He had lots of activities. All kinds of activities. Choir and tumbling and golf and art and everything with other kids. And we went on science projects and we traveled and he performed. He's a pianist, so he had to go to some competitions and stuff, or go to a piano teacher in another state. We used to go every other month. We would go to another state to a man who was a professor at a university, but highly regarded, a great pianist. So we went to him. So we got to travel, a lot of freedom, had a lot of fun. Then, when he finished with his homeschooling, he went to our community college for a while, and then he transferred to one of the top universities in the world. And then after that, he got a fellowship to study for his PhD at another top university worldwide. If I said the name, you'd say, wow. And he had a fellowship. All of his tuition was paid for. Everything was paid for, and he got a monthly stipend. So he graduated with his PhD from a top university. It didn't cost him a penny. Why? And had a ball. All along the way, had a ball. A lot of fun. We played golf every day. That's right, every day when he was a little kid, 10, 12 years old. We played golf every day. Loved it. My intuition. I followed my intuition. So I think I've said enough. I want to talk more about the lie, maybe in the next video. But the lie separates you from what is wise, what you know in your heart is right, what makes sense. So I'm going to stop with this. I have a lot of books. Have a lot of books that you should read. See, in these videos, I barely scratched the surface. So if you want a little more meat, something a little more, then get some of my books. It's that simple. Preview them at Amazon for free. Okay? Some of my books are available for free on the website. For free. All right. More about the lie in the next video.